What is up, you guys? My name is John, otherwise known as Jungle Poppy, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in my living room, just a different setup, and what I'm going to be doing in this video is taking one of my basil plants that I've been growing over the summer into a bonsai tree shape. So here is one of them. So I have a purple basil, and then this is the sweet basil. Here's how I've gotten it so far, and you can kind of see the main stem right there. And I just took advantage of how basil plants and most other plants just tend to branch out. Since I've noticed that the stem tends to get woody, I'm like, why not turn it into a bonsai? Hopefully this will survive fall and winter and go into spring and summer, and I'll just keep it going. But I'm gonna go sit back at the couch and I'm gonna start trimming it up. And don't worry, I'm not gonna be throwing away the trimmings. I'm actually gonna be saving them, washing them, and use it so I can make like pasta and pesto and stuff like that. I just love the smell. And if you guys notice like little floating lights, they're not spirits. They're actually just light reflecting from my disco ball that I've hung out in my balcony, and it just like shines through sometimes. All right, so I got my basil plant and my scissors, and I got just a stainless steel bowl, anything to just put the cuttings or trimmings into. What I'm basically looking to do is cut it back to a node while also maintaining the overall shape. Now for this one, I'm just trying to make it into like a sphere or a ball type shape. And one thing I try to keep in mind is making sure I'm just trimming the soft growth or the green growth rather than the ones that is already starting to turn brown, turn woody. So I'll just go ahead and start trimming it. Oh, here you can kind of see it's already like starting to flower again. Over summer it was actually super beautiful because like all the blooms would like form, and then it's all the pollinators would come by and look at it. But then it's kind of sad because sometimes I had to really like chop it back hard because it was just growing so much in the summer heat. And if there's anything that's like browning leaves, of course, just cut that off. I think that's pretty much all I've cut off. I'll show you guys a little bit closer. All right, so we're a little bit up close personal, but that way you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let me give you an example. So right here is like the growth that started to branch out. What I try to do is try to locate the woodier part, which is right here, and right above that, I'll just cut it to that node. That way it will stay compact and tight. And there's that. Use that for pesto. Here's another area. Just cut it back there. And I think I'll cut this part back here. Now sometimes what I like to also do is, although it looks very nice and very full and lush right now, I try to cut off the larger leaves just so that the smaller new growth gets a chance to get light. I think at this point, I'll probably just cut off all the larger leaves because I need a little bit more basil to create a nice amount of pesto because I love pesto. And then one thing is like when there starts to be like little side shoots starting to spread out. Sometimes it does that. You could either like pinch it off or let it continue growing, just depending on like what kind of shape you're going for with your bonsai basil. So that's pretty much it for this one. And I know it looks pretty sparse right now, but don't worry, it will bounce back as long as you give it like really good lighting and fertilizer. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to creating a basil bonsai, like the same principles of normal bonsai apply. But you know, it's subjective. Like whatever looks good to you might not look good to somebody else. But here is this one. Might as well show you what the purple basil looks like because it definitely has more of a canopy form than this little round shaped bonsai. So here is the purple basil. So this definitely has more of a shape to it and more branching. And it's actually starting to bloom a little bit. And I think I'm going to let it continue blooming just because, you know, I don't want two basil plants just like heavily chopped back. And so it's nice having two different varieties or two different plants so you can alternate which one you utilize for cooking or for whatever you use your basil for. That way it's not like both sparse. There is the purple basil. But that's basically the video, and hopefully you guys feel inspired to try this out. It's pretty fun and it's a lot more rewarding and gratifying for people like me who is very impatient and doesn't have the patience to grow a tree and wait for seasons to get growth, you know. Basil is very fast to grow, and also it doubles as a culinary use. So it's very nice to have in the house, and it also smells really nice. Thank you for watching, and like the video, subscribe, and connect with me on my plant Instagram at jungle_poppy. And here's Athena. Oh, I love you. All right, bye guys.